After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's Carson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Block. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 31, Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Carson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Check three.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Here we go, D.
From the 39, Luck throwing the out route incomplete. It's Doyle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Motion. 12. 54.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Third and 2, Luck. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the screen.
They'll fake it. Now Luck. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Watch the run. March 43.
On first down, it's Luck. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Here's Wilson being chased out left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
53, check 53.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw again. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 29-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. And an alley to run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Off of play action, Luck. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Luck now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Silver. Watch twist. 11B. 12. Hey, orbit. 43's the mic. 43.
Luck throwing again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. Gets around him. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Walker coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Drake. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. From the shotgun, Wilson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. Well, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Under check.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Play action. It's locked. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's locked. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Looking for Campbell downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get some.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Chris Carson, 81 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, Mexico.
From the gun, here's Locke. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On 1st and 10, Locke. Left side, Doyle with it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Luck. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. On 1st down, Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mexico. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 54.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
X3, 218, chop.
On 2nd and 10, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Luck on 1st down. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch 12. 11.
Here's Luck. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. It was Minka Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
I can't believe they let you play.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. gets going on fourth. It's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
53, Mike 53.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jamal Sheard on the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Running, it's Drake. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad, pesto. If you wanna come, let's go, we ain't going nowhere.